Ah, yes, the lip-syncing pop star. Few things are more gratifying than calling out music fakery. Exposing performers who dare pretend they're singing, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Luckily, there are experts who have laid out some useful tips for how to separate the live singers from the mouthers along. Number 1, check for the position of the mic. If the singer is moving the mic all over the place and the level of the vocals isn't affected, that's a tell. Or, as is the case with this infamous 1984 performance by Queen, if they are not even attempting to sing into the mic, they're lip-syncing. Number 2, does the vibrato you hear in the song match the singer's vibrating vocal cords? You can tell Celine is singing here because you can see them contracting as she exerts some hard chord vibrato. Number 3, are they dancing like there's no tomorrow? Then there's a very good chance they're not singing live. Nope, Chris Brown is definitely not singing here. If he were, you'd be able to hear some sort of extra breathing, even minimal. Here, with Usher, it's a mixed bag. He's singing live on the verses, where there's minimal movement. Notice how he sounds just a bit more winded than usual here. But then, on the chorus, the backing track of his studio vocals takes center stage, and he doesn't even pretend to sing. Number 4, watch out for early or late cutoffs at the end of the phrase. Oops. If the mouth movements are mismatched, they're lip-syncing. Number 5, if the song sounds exactly like the studio version, then it's not live. Here's Britney's live performance. And here it is again with the audio replaced by the studio track. No daylight there. What's so proudly? If the P's pop hard, the S's are slurred, or you hear anything else that sounds like a vocal blemish, it's probably live. So to tie all this together, let's look at 2 of the biggest stars to use lip syncing, who have also been celebrated for their live vocal performances. First, Mariah, of course. Here she is singing Vision of Love at the Grammys. You can hear her take a breath ever so slightly right after the lyric, Sweet Destiny. Sweet Destiny. You can also see her vocal cords vibrating throughout, especially here. Years later, here's Mimi singing another classic ballad, We Belong Together. This time, it's most definitely not live. Notice how the vocals sound identical to the original, even when the instrumentals switch up and get even faster. Then the head toss that doesn't affect her vocals even a bit, and the over-enunciation, and that last drawn-out note that goes on at the same volume, even when the mic has long left her face. As for MJ, here he is performing Billie Jean. You can hear how the first verse comes in a bit late because the mic isn't turned up in time when he starts in. His breathing is consistent with how much he's moving. Not heavy, but understandably present. And you can hear the slurs and the natural live songs here. But when he performed the same song years earlier at Motown 25, he clearly devoted all of his energy to his dance moves. This is the exact studio version you've heard 1,000 times. Though, you have to admit, even lip-synced, it's still a pretty perfect performance.